And the first speaker for today is Toastmaster Marvelous Okechukwu. She is a program manager. She enjoys writing and eating good food. Ooh, the lashes. She believes in living simply and authentically, echoing Leonardo da Vinci's words. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. And to evaluate her is TM Ime Basi. Please give a resounding virtual applause to TM Ime Basi as she takes over the virtual lectern. Toastmaster Ime Basi, are you here?
Good afternoon, dear Toastmasters and guests. Can you all hear me, please?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I had network. So, okay. Toastmaster Marvelous will be giving an icebreaker speech today. The icebreaker speech is the very first speech a Toastmaster member delivers. And she'll be giving a speech from the Pathway Presentation Mastery, Project 1, Level 1. And the purpose of our speech is to introduce ourselves to the club and to learn the basics of public speaking. I wish you all the very best, Toastmaster Marvelous. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ime Basi. Before I call on Toastmasters, on our prepared speaker friend, the first prepared speaker, I'd quickly like to take our speech evaluator's profile. I didn't do that the first time, and this will take just a few seconds. TM Ime Basi is an entrepreneur and sales strategist passionate about real estate, helping clients find the perfect home and build wealth. She also promotes wellness through yoga, believing health is key to true success. Her core value is honesty and a belief in making the world a better place. Dear sponsor and guests, if you're not tired, please give a resounding applause to our prepared speaker, Toastmaster Marvelous Okechukwu, as she takes up the virtual lectern. Toastmaster Marvelous, over to you.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. Please confirm if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
All right, thank you. I'm sure all Toastmasters know this statistic that over 75% of the world population have public speaking anxiety. And public speaking anxiety is called glossophobia. It's so bad that people would rather be the one in the casket than the person delivering the eulogy at the funeral. Glossophobia has influenced my decisions to the point that if I were to count on one hand the number of opportunities I have let go or let slip through my fingers, it would require more than one hand. It would require my both hands, my feet, and some more. It got to the point that I began to tell myself a story that I was a backstage person and that I preferred to walk behind the scenes, but that was a lie. And as Deb Sofield said, you cannot run away from your problem is a race you'll never win. Eventually, it caught up with me when I left my 9 to 5 for a while and ventured into entrepreneurship. And entrepreneurship is a very people-facing thing. Most entrepreneurs will also agree with me that there comes a time when you are pushing your business that, to get to the next stage, you need to do something different. I got to that stage, and for me, what I needed to do was to inject funds into the business. And I heard about a pitch competition that a group I belonged to put together. I applied because we needed money. We went through the training phase, And while we were being trained, I was making this very ironic prayer. I was praying that I would be picked to pitch my business, because not everyone who went to be trained was going to be selected to pitch. On the same hand, I was praying that I would not be picked because of the crippling anxiety I know that I experienced whenever I addressed the public. Finally, I got a text message inviting me to pitch. When I received that message, I was so scared. So many things ran through my mind. I thought about texting the organizers and saying that I had just lost my dog, so I was grieving. Meanwhile, I don't own a dog. Eventually, I decided to come clean. I sent a text to the organizer saying that I would want to withdraw and I wasn't going to go forward. Show you how the anxiety to speak in public was trying to stop me from taking an opportunity that will benefit my business. After I sent that text, crickets, no response from them. I sat up all night, I prepared my presentation, and that was the easy part. But I sat up most of the night ruminating on the fate that I was going to experience, because I know what would happen if I stood before the judges and the audience. The next day came, and I don't know what pushed me, but I prepared and attended the pitch competition. While I was sitting there, I watched my co-competitors dazzle the judges and the audience. I was sitting on my seat, biting my fingers, plotting, wondering what I would do to stand out. A thought came to my mind, and when I was called up, I walked up to the stage, and the thought I had was to smile, so I smiled. I smiled again, and as is required, when you smile at someone, they smile back at you. The judges smiled back at me. But that was the only good part of my speech, because what came next, I don't even know what came next. Words stumbled out of my mouth. I'm sure they were nonsense, because I saw the expression on the faces of the judges. It was an expression of pain. You know that expression people give you when you're shamed, they shame them. They are ashamed on your behalf. So that was what I saw. I do not know. In normal parlance, it's called second-hand embarrassment, just in case you don't understand pidgin. I don't know how I got back to my seat that day or how I went home, but I know one thing is that I knew I had to reinvent myself. Just as our anchor quote for this meeting is, you cannot go back to change the beginning, but you can start from where you are and change the ending. So I decided that I was going to learn and grow. This propelled me to pick up a Toastmasters form and join the club to begin my journey to learn and grow. And if there were an umpire, if there was someone who was keeping score, I'm sure the scoreboard will say something like this: Marvelous 1, Glossophobia 0, the Toastmaster.
Madam Toastmaster of the Day. The speaker is done.
Oh, thank you so much, dear John, for that. I would like us to please put a round of applause for Toastmaster Marvelous Okechukwu. And we are grateful to God that there will be no cases of a dead dog again. So Toastmaster Marvelous, I'd like to reiterate that today's meeting is all about you. Look at you coming from putting up a story of grieving a dog and to rewriting your script. Well done for that speech. Quickly would like to go into the second speaker of today, the second prepared speaker, and to evaluate how we have Toastmaster Amarachi Olasende. Toastmaster Amarachi is a seasoned HR professional with a focus on people and talent development. She is also a home fragrance entrepreneur and the founder of Magnificent, a brand that offers space-scenting solutions designed to elevate spaces and enhance well-being. Amarachi has served as a two-term vice president membership and also a past president of Seaside Toastmasters Club. She is dedicated to empowering individuals to refine their communication skills and speak with authenticity and impact. And to bring on stage our prepared speaker two is Toastmaster Amarachi Olasende. Please, let's welcome her with a virtual round of applause. Over to you, Toastmaster Amarachi.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Tosin. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. So as rightly described, my job here is to evaluate the next speaker, Toastmaster Mary. And she will be delivering a project from the Presentation Mastery Pathway. It's currently on her level 3, project 2. And the purpose of her speech today is to begin developing a collection of humorous stories and to present a speech that includes humor. Toastmaster Mary, I hope that today you'll be able to reinvent yourself as a comedian to us and make us laugh, right? And the words of, I think, Mark Twain, he says, humor is man's greatest blessing. And so we're looking forward to be greatly blessed by your speech today. So I wish you all the best. And I'll come back after you've delivered your speech to evaluate you. So well done. And thank you. Back to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amarachi Olasende. And we are about to hear from Toastmaster Mary Aladime. She is a trained architect and a dynamic entrepreneur who runs a thriving export business. In addition to managing an enterprise, she is deeply committed to education and empowerment, teaching others how to navigate cooperative, where she leads initiatives to support business growth and collaboration within the community. Beyond business, she is passionate about women's healing and empowerment, dedicating her voice and platform to helping women rise above adversity and reclaim their power. She joined Toastmasters to develop her communication leadership and public speaking skills. With a virtual round of applause, please welcome Toastmaster Mary Aladime to the virtual lectern. Toastmaster Mary, over to you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Confirm you can hear me, please.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good afternoon. Today I want to talk about party. I remember some years back while I was in school, I used to go for parties, and I would just get dressed during the weekends and go for parties. While so many people thought I had visitors or something was going on, it was because of hunger. So it was parties, uninvited parties. And so because of that, I learned a lot. I learned something very unique. And that is why I am here to help us out. Please, can you put it in the chat box if you're single? I'm looking at the chat now. If you're single, can you put it in the chat box? If you're single, can you put it in the chat box, please? All right, so we have a few single persons and a few married persons here. So I'm here for the singles, like me, I'm also single. So I'm here for us today. So how do you know, when you go for parties, we all know that going for parties, that's one way we can connect with people. That's one way we can meet new persons. But how are you able to spot that this person is married or this person is single? Because a lot of people do not wear their wedding bands, so to spot that. You can put that in the chat. I'm going to tell you some trick methods to spot these things. There's a lot of married people don't wear their wedding bands. We don't know why. Personally, I don't know why. While some single persons also wear wedding bands. Those ones, you need to ignore them. They don't know what they are doing. They're very confused people. Some single persons wear wedding bands too. But I'm here to tell you few methods on how to spot a single person. So you don't go about asking people, are you single? Are you married? You don't need to ask for relationship status. The first one is the way they walk. Yes, the way they walk. So you see, when you get to a party, most married persons are seated. They're seated, they hardly stand up. If they have to stand up, it must be very important. But you see the single people, they stand up like 12 times a minute. 12 times a minute, they are standing, they are going to the restroom 12 times, they are picking something, they forgot something in the car, they need to pick. They are just moving up and down. When you see them, they're very composed. You see how they're moving up and down. They are trying, as they're moving up and down, both male and female, they're looking at one fine boy or one sexy boy or something. They're scouting around. That's the first way. If I'm correct, please let me know in the chat box. I'm looking at the chat box. So that's number one. They are actually looking out for people to mingle with, right? That's number one. Number two is the way they laugh. You see all these single people, the one thing that is that you can meet with them is tease. They have tease and composure. 100%. You can never catch them on fresh. So even when the MC says something that is funny, they laugh with tease. You could see, once you see somebody that is laughing and the person's covering their mouth like this or his mouth, just know that the person is single. The ones that are married, we laugh, they can fall on the floor, they are everywhere, they are all over the place, they don't send you, they don't have tease. They have zero tease, zero composure. So when you see anybody like that, just know that that one is a married person. Take it, move, just leave. The person is not for you, right? So number three is food. Food, trust me, food is very important. When you see a single person, anytime you just go for a party, just remember, if you take anything from this, my speech, take away tease and composure. Everything I'm about to say is about tease and composure. You see the way they eat with tease and composure. They do not eat until their stomach is full. They're not eating, packing everything left, right, and center. You see a married person, they eat everything that passes in front of them, they're eating it. Everything that passes in front of them, they're eating it. But you see a single person, they eat with tease, with composure. Their plates are never empty. They do not eat till the plates are empty. There must be something left behind, right? You see those married people, they always bring take out bags. They are ready. Any party they are going for, they have bags for extras that they will use to take away, right? They will don't put them inside, fold them very well inside bags. Sorry about that. They would have folded it in their bag and put it inside for takeout, because a mother probably has kids in the house. She has kids at home. She has people that she needs to go give food to. So she doesn't care. She doesn't send you. She's ready to just do that. So that's how you know. But a single person doesn't do that. If she has or he has to take something, they do it with stylishly, and it would just be just a little takeout here and there, not the whole thing. So that's how you know single persons. But another thing I would say is the dance is also tease and composure. You don't see them dancing and scattering everywhere. They dance with tease, they dance with composure. And then food again, let me go back to food, very important. You never see a single person go ask for food, stand up and go ask for food. They will not do that. They will sit down on their seats, even if they are hungry and they are not bringing food, they're sitting down right there. But you see a married person will stand up and be like, we never chop here. I think by Yoruba parties. Food is we need to be served on this table. In the moment you see somebody do that, trust me, very married, very taken. So you don't need to go there at all. So I will talk about their cars. Another point is the cars. You could go to the car park. What you say, Sienna, know that the man is married. No need. Or the lady is married. There are cars certain cars that single people drive. I'm trying to look out for the timer. I'm not seeing it. Okay. Please, can you put in the comments if I've taken up my time? I'm not seeing the timer. Who wants to say Sienna? Mr. Francis, you're married now. See what I'm saying now. Mr. Francis is very, very married. All right, oh, thank you. And that is it. The next time you go for a party, you don't need to ask anybody if they are single or married. Don't need to ask for relationship status. Just look at all these points, steeze and composure, and then you have your answer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mary. And I'm asking, how on earth are we sitting in our houses and we have stray bullets hitting us left, right, and center? From the singles walking around the party looking for who to take their number, and to a married woman going to a party with nylons and all. How are we just sitting here? But that was a very interesting speech. I was laughing, humorous all through. Distinguished guests and distinguished Toastmasters and guests, please once again, let's put our hands together for Toastmaster Mary Aladimei for that humorous speech. She indeed made us laugh. Please, can you confirm if I'm being heard and seen?
Loud and clear, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
All right, thank you so much, CM John. And now we're going to the last prepared speaker for today. He is going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Miriam Oke. Toastmaster Miriam Oke is a supply chain professional currently working at an energy company. Her interests and hobbies are music, traveling, and reading. She joined Seaside Toastmasters to improve her leadership, communication, and public speaking skills. If you want to assure me that you are not tired, please put your hands together. Virtual applause for Toastmaster Miriam Oke. Toastmaster Miriam, over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, for that warm introduction. Please confirm if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Yeah, today we have the privilege of hearing a very special speech. Today's speaker is one of the person that continuously reinvents himself. He doesn't give up. One of the adjectives I would use to describe him is that he's very tenacious. Our speaker today is no other person than Toastmaster Kudus Ibrahim, who is also the president of Seaside Toastmaster Club. He is completing the presentation mastery pathway today, a journey that has been one focused on building confidence, shaping delivery skills, and mastering the art of impactful presentations. For this final project titled Speak Away, our speaker will share the lessons learned, the challenges he overcame, and the growth experienced throughout this journey. So over the next 10 to 12 minutes, we will be taking through a reflection on how Toastmaster has shaped and reinvented their communication styles, elevated his stage presence, and strengthened his courage to speak, no matter the circumstances. So please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Kudus, our amiable president, as he reinvents himself while speaking today, and while he's still also trying to find his voice, stand tall, and just guess the title, Speak Away. So over to you, Toastmaster Kudus Ibrahim.
Thank you so much, Madam Speech Evaluator. Quickly, Toastmaster Kudus Adebayo is an actuarial analyst and insurance product development expert, passionate about advancing universal health coverage and deepening insurance penetration in Nigeria. He brings a strong blend of technical expertise and strategic insights to designing impactful insurance solutions. A dedicated communicator and leader, Kudus is a Toastmaster Triple Crown Award winner, currently serving as president at Seaside Toastmasters. He is the past program quality director for Area 11. Once again, please give a virtual applause to Toastmaster Kudus Adebayo as he takes over the virtual lectern. Toastmaster Kudus, over to you.
Thank you very much. Please confirm you can see me and you can
Yes, we can see you and hear you loud and clear.
Okay, thank you very much. When those Master Mariam, my speech evaluator started introducing me, I was like, who is this person that has these qualities? But when she mentioned Kudus Ibrahim, I said, yes, that's not me. My name is Kudus Adebayo anyway. I lost several opportunities in life, just like those Master Marvelous earlier. All because I stutter. For a long time, I believed my voice was not good enough to be heard. But one day, I decided to step out of my shell. It started with a simple Google search. Books I can read to help with stuttering. Toastmasters and guests. That search led me to a book that changed my life. The title is Self-Therapy for the Stutterer by Malcolm Fraser. From it, I learned one truth. Speak anyway. Even if you stutter, speak anyway. So I began putting myself out there. Each speech was a mixture of emotions. Happy that I spoke. Sad that I stuttered. And every time I wondered, what are they thinking of me right now with this show of shame? But did that stop me? No. When I joined my current place of work, I asked a senior colleague to mentor me. She was surprised. Why would I want that as a mentor? We are not even in the same department. We are in entire different departments. No similarity. But I admired how confidently she speaks, how eloquent she is. And I believe with her, I can invert my speaking skills. Did she help me? She recommended that I join Toastmasters. And being that I was desperate, I quickly attended the meeting and joined not quite long after that. I'm not here to give an icebreaker, if you think that is what I was talking about. I'm here to tell you about what my journey has been so far in Toastmasters. My pathway has been a journey of courage, consistency, growth, and several lessons. Let me walk you through it. Level 1 started with breaking the ice. I told my story as a stutterer. I said to myself, if I must speak, I should at least do it well, which is why I joined Toastmasters. That became my driving force. My second project was a story of Ifeoluwa, a neighbor who taught me the lesson of paying attention to simple details about people. My third speech was one of my favorites, where I used the invention of the women's football to teach the lesson of rebranding yourself, reinventing yourself after giving a bad first impression. For my first evaluation speech, I shared a story of how I cooked an aspiring jollof rice to remind us that variety makes life flavorful. And second, I brought in 2 football heroes, Thierry Henry and Arsene Wenger, to teach about teamwork. Level 1 taught me consistency. I made sure I did 1 project every month. Even the 4th project that I was supposed to give 2 speeches, I gave you those 2 speeches in 1 month until it was complete. Level 2 deepened my style. I spoke about communication, moving from being a direct communicator to an initiating one. I celebrated women through history. Our women like Moremi, Queen Amina, Miriam Makeba, Mama Africa, and of course, my mother. I also reflected on mentorship, something that has shaped my entire journey. A mentor brought me to Toastmasters, and mentors have ensured I get the best out of being here. Level 3 was where the real test began. My first speech in level 3, I wrote that speech that morning that I was to present. Yet it turned out beautifully. But till today, I still think I did that speech an injustice with inadequate preparation. I spoke about the beauty of mathematics as a test speaker at a division contest. I went on to discuss use cases of AI at our various professions. I challenged myself with vocal variety, which was my Achilles heel then, when I spoke about the impact of fake news in our society. Level 4 came with my toughest project, managing a difficult audience. I spoke about the lessons from the Queen Bee, an effortless leader. That speech was supposed to be about someone distracting me and how I'm able to manage it. In the middle of the speech, Toastmaster Ugonna shouted, "What is your source?" I froze. I had not documented my source. It was embarrassing, humbling, but I pushed through. I was able to manage it. If you want to know how I did, you can ask my evaluator, Tia Majani, that day. That was me a lesson. Anytime you want to speak, never forget your sources at all. Then I went on to discuss my activities on LinkedIn. Level 5 was the peak of this pathway. I gave professional trainings on overcoming stage fright. Who better talk about fear than someone who has battled it most of his life? I guess I did so well that I got an invitation immediately to give that same training at another event. I spoke about leading in volunteer organizations. And if you have served in Toastmasters, you know that is true leadership. Because you cannot pay, you cannot punish, you cannot promote. You can only inspire people. Through this journey, I have done things I once thought impossible. I've spoke at conferences, I've won contests, I've addressed several C-level executives. All because I did one thing, which is to speak anyway. My journey in Toastmasters and in this pathway has taught me 2 lessons. First is that only one person can make you achieve your dreams. Do you want to know who that is? Look into the mirror and you will meet that person. The second, none of us works alone. We should have mentors. For me, I am standing on the shoulders of mentors who believed in me, corrected me, and pushed me. Toastmasters is not just about ticking boxes. Oh, I attended a meeting today. Oh, I've given my speeches. I've completed my level. No. It is about intentionally building yourself. When last have you reviewed your goals? When last have you asked yourself, why did I join Toastmasters? Have I be able to achieve it? Why am I even still here? If you cannot answer that question, I don't know why you are here. When you define the goals, tailor your speeches towards achieving those goals. Stretch yourself with roles that make sure you achieve those goals. What are the roles that you've never played until you've never played till today? Take up those roles. There are so many resources that can help you with them. And when you achieve a goal, set another. When you achieve one, set another goal. That is the only way you can justify being here. As for me, I've already started a new pathway. I gave my icebreaker some months ago. Sometimes throughout my journey, I gave many speeches because that's what I needed then. Other times, I focused on evaluations. Now I'm exploring roles like Toastmaster of the Day and Grammarian. So please, you can invite me to your clubs. I will come. Fellow Toastmasters, I began this journey as a stopper, hiding in a shell. Today, I stand before you as a speaker who is still stuttering, but speaking anyway and speaking better. And that, my friends, is the true reflection of my pathway. The Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kudus, for that insightful speech. Please, can you confirm if I'm being heard?
We can hear you loud and clear, Madam TMOD.
Thank you so much. Once again, Toastmaster Kudus, you have just reiterated the word that says that indeed we are our own greatest obstacle. And sometimes the limitations we have are the ones that we place on ourselves. Thank you once again for reinventing yourself and rewriting your script. I'd quickly like to say that Toastmasters is a place where you are not judged or where we expect perfection. We only
You are muted. You are still muted, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. Madam Toastmaster of the Day, you are muted. Can anyone else hear her?
No.
You can go ahead and speak. You're unmuted
Please,
now.
can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay. All right. My sincere apologies. I was saying that the table topic session is a session where we get to speak without preparation, the impromptu session, where you just come up, speak without prior preparation. I would have loved to say a story about my first experience with table topics, but I do not want today's traffic official, that's the timer, to show me the card. So quickly, I'd just like to hand over the virtual lectern to the table topics master of today. And the table topics master of today is no other person but Toastmaster Mary Aladime. She is a trained architect and a dynamic entrepreneur who runs a thriving export business. In addition to managing her enterprise, she is deeply committed to education and empowerment. She navigates leads initiatives to support business growth and collaboration within the community. Beyond business, she is passionate about women's healing and empowerment, dedicating her voice and platform to helping women rise above adversity and reclaim their power. She joined Toastmasters to develop her communication leadership and public speaking skills. Please, dear Toastmasters and guests, once again, let's give a virtual applause to Toastmaster Mary Aladebeyin. Toastmaster Mary, please take over the virtual lectern.
Good afternoon, everybody. Please confirm you can hear me. Okay, so this session is table topics. And for the sake of our guests, what table topics means is just impromptu speaking. That's all. You have a topic, you pick a number between 1 to 10, and then you speak on that topic for 1 to 2 minutes. Is that easy? Minimum of a minute, maximum of 2 minutes. So please, if you would like to participate, guests are welcome to participate too. Please, can I see your hands in the comment section? I don't want to call names. I want volunteers. If you would like to participate, guests can also participate. Can I see your hands, please? All right, for the sake of our time, I am going to be calling people. Let me see. Mr. Sheung. Mr. Sheung, please, are you here?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here. Would you?
Yeah, please, can you give me like 2 minutes? Let me just settle down because where I am a little bit, but I can just settle down. Just give me like 2 minutes, please.
All right, okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
So while we're waiting for him, please, is there any other person that would like to participate? What's happening now? Nobody. Okay, I'm gonna call somebody else.
I would like to participate.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Please pick a number from 1 to 10. Sorry, I didn't get you.
Number 5.
Number 5. What is the one thing you wish people will stop pretending about? What is the one thing you wish people will stop pretending about?
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. My name is Oke Abuocha. Sometimes you go around and listen to people and talk to people and interact with people. But sometimes you want people to stop pretending that when they get hurt by people's words, they felt it. I do not know if it is pride. I do not know if it is the fact that we don't have enough self-reflection to know that things hurt us. But I feel that we should at least express the fact that we are hurt when people's words pierce us or rub us the wrong way. Maybe because we want to put on a facade to show that everything is okay. maybe we want to put up the strongman persona. But if we let such experiences slide, chances are people are left unawares of what impact their words or actions make you have on you, and the chances of it reoccurring is inevitable. So I feel that people should stop pretending that they are not hurt, when in fact the words and actions of others did hurt them. Thank you very much. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Mr. Okay. That's very nice. He said he wishes people would stop pretending that they were not hurt, or their feelings were not hurt. So, Mr. Dari, are you ready now, please?
Yeah, it's Sean. Actually, I think I'm ready.
Oh, sorry about that, Mr. Sean. Please pick a number 1 to 10. 5 is gone.
Okay, can you see my face?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
I can
Yeah,
see you.
because where I was the other time, so it's not a conducive place I could have shown my face, so I had to come inside and quickly set up my ring light up because I wasn't expecting you going to call me. So that was
All right. Thanks so
yeah,
much
I
for
think it's
accepting.
yeah. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here. I'll choose number 2 actually.
What's one thing you once believed as a child? What's one thing you once believed as a child? Let me say that again.
Okay.
What is one thing you once believed as a child that you might not necessarily believe anymore now, and you could still believe and have that belief and keep to it? But what is one thing that you believed as a child? What is one funny thing that you once believed as a child? Did you get that?
Okay. So like if I get you clearly, what is that one thing I believe as a child, but now if I look back, it might probably sound a little bit funny. That's why would I believe something like this in the first instance,
Yes,
right?
you might still hold exactly. You could still hold on to such belief or not. But what's the one funny thing you once believed as a child?
Wow. Well, let me just say, while growing up, I grew up in a neighborhood where, let me say, a slightly below middle class neighborhood where there are different rhetorics about there are different funny rhetorics. And one of those things that I believe growing up as a child was this popular, because I'm a millennial. So in the 90s, there's this popular belief then that Nigeria played Indian sometimes in the 70s or thereabout. The Nigerian national team, the Super Eagles, we played against India, the national team of India. And growing up, there's this belief about Indians that they are very, very petitious, that they use charms, they have all sort of charms that they use, that they played the national team of Nigeria and they defeated us 99-0. That our players were so scared of them that the ball will turn to a lion's head. Our keeper will probably flee from the goal post, and all sort of things that our player that Indian at the end of the day they ended up defeating us 99-0. They scored 99 goals against us. And this was a belief that I hold strongly as a child. I think I was that should be between ages 8 and 10. But of course, when I grew up into adolescence, those beliefs started fading away. And considering the fact back then there were no internet for you to quickly have fact checked and to see if truly this particular event actually occurred. But looking back, I laugh about it, and that such thing never actually happened. And I believe that other millennials that are here on the platform will probably corroborate this funny belief back then in the 90s. So that's one thing I can recall.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Derry. Thank you. That was
It's Mr. Chiona. It's Sean actually.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shion. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
So I'll take one more person. One more person. Mr. John corroborates your story. He says yes, he remembers vividly about the 99-0. One more person. Okay, I'm gonna call somebody. Blessing Japheth. Please, because we've had two men. Let's do a lady now. Blessing Japheth, please, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, please, would you like to participate in table topics?
Not really.
All right, okay. You can participate with your camera off if that's the problem.
I can go. Toastmaster Maya, this is Toastmaster Mariam speaking.
Okay, Toastmaster Miriam, thank you so much for participating. Please, can you pick one between 1 and 10? 5 and 6 is gone.
10.
What's the worst pickup line you've ever heard? What's the worst pickup line you've ever heard?
Thank you very much, Toastmaster and table topics master of the day for that question. And the question is, what's the worst pickup line I've ever heard? Interestingly enough, it was on the first phone call I received today. I got a call from someone asking if I'm at home back in Ife, that is currently in Ife, and he would like to hang out with me. And I was like, I've not seen you in a while. And he said, oh, Miriam, please, I need to really see you. And his pickup line was like this: please come and see me so that you can be my baby mama. I was like, huh? What does that even mean? I was like, I've not seen you in a while. Almost everybody in school has not seen you in a while. Then you call me randomly on a Saturday morning and you say, I should be your baby mama. I said, so the dialogue went as this. He said, Miriam, I'm in Ife. Come and see me. Would you be so that you can be my baby mama? I said, God forbid, bad thing. And he said, am I the bad thing? I said, yes, you're the bad thing. So that's how the conversation went. And he said, oh, fine. If you cannot give me a baby mama, do you have someone in Ife that you can give me so that I can hang out with? I said, I'm not a pimp. So that's how the conversation went. So he was like, are you in Benin so that I can come and surprise you? I said, no, I'm not in Benin. Please do not come over. So that's just like the random conversation that I actually had this morning. And it was the worst pickup line I have ever had in my entire life. So that's it from me. Over to you, Toastmaster Maya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Miriam. On your behalf, God forbid bad thing. I accept that. All right, that comes to our table topics. If you had volunteered, thank you so much for participating. And over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mary, for anchoring the session and for everybody that participated in the table topic session. Quickly, before we go to the final leg of today's meeting, we'd like to take votes. And this is to encourage everyone that has been bold enough to speak on our virtual lecture today. So we'll take votes for the prepared speeches session and we'll also take votes for the table topic session. On your screen right now, Zoom Master will launch a poll. So please just put in your votes as you see, as the Zoom Master launching the poll on your screen. And finally,
Madam Toastmaster of the day, we need the timer's report before we vote, please.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
For the prepared speeches, Toastmaster Kudus exceeded time by 1 minute, 10 seconds. For the table topic speaker 2 exceeded time by 10 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you, timer. So that leaves us with 2 eligible people to be voted for in both categories. Am I right? Is the timer?
Yes, you are right. Speaker 2
right.
is not eligible, and Toastmaster Kudus exceeded time by 1 minute, 10 seconds.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. So please, as the virtual poll comes, the Zoom master will launch the poll on our screens. Please let's vote for our speakers. I'm sure we are rounding up with that. And now we'll just move to the final leg of today's meeting, which is the general meeting evaluation session. And the first person I'll call on is the general evaluator, Toastmaster John Onomiya, to evaluate the prepared speeches.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. Good afternoon once again, Toastmasters and our esteemed guests. Now it's time to evaluate the prepared speeches. Now I'd like to call on Toastmaster Imebasi to please evaluate the icebreaker. Please can we give her a virtual round of applause? Over to you.
Toastmaster Imebasi. Toastmaster Ime.
Confirm you can hear me, please.
We can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you. Wow. Wow, well done, Toastmaster Marvelous. Please, can we all give Toastmaster Marvelous a virtual round of applause? That was an amazing presentation, marvelously delivered by Toastmaster Marvelous herself. Well done. I really, really enjoyed your speech and the way you presented it. So what I really love about your speech was that the way you presented it and the way you stood up to make the presentation, it allowed us to see your gesture and your body language, which really added a lot to your delivery. So the way you move your hands and the way you were able to connect with us with your gesture was really amazing. Well done. And secondly, I would also love to comment what you did with the use of the story. The presentation helped us to connect well with you. The way you also use the story about the contest also helped us to connect with you. It was really an encouraging story, and it's a personal story that we could all relate to. I really, really enjoyed that part of the speech. And most times, stories actually help people to connect to your presentation. And that was really an amazing one. So what I would also recommend here is that while you were the positioning of your camera, it actually it tried to steal from your beautiful look and your beautiful gown. So while you were your presentation, some part of your body disappeared. So it was appearing and disappearing. So what I recommend for you to do with that is try to position your camera in a very suitable place so that we can actually see you and you don't have to appear and disappear. So that's number one. So secondly, I actually felt your story was a little bit, your presentation part was a little bit fast, the pacing of the story. I would have really loved to connect more and listen, absorb the story, but it was as if you were rushing and it was a little bit faster. So next time I'll recommend that you take your time and present your story. So also your story was very, very beautiful. I mentioned that. So overall, it was a wonderful presentation, and I'm really looking forward to hearing more of your speeches. Thank you so much for that, TM Marvelous. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll be taking over as the general evaluator. Dear Toastmasters and guests, please can we put our hands together for Toastmaster Imebasi, our first evaluator. Now we move right along to our second evaluator, my past president, who is constantly reinventing herself. Please let's welcome to our screens, Toastmaster Amarachi Olasende. Over to you, Toastmaster Amarachi.
Thank you very much, the general evaluator, Toastmaster John. Toastmaster Mary, well done on delivering a humorous speech. I think that you did absolutely well, because it's one thing to give a speech and add humor at random. It's another level entirely when the purpose of your speech is to make the audience laugh, right? So well done on even attempting to deliver this project. You did really well, and I'll commend you on 3 specific things that I think you did exceptionally well. First of all, your choice of topic was a smart choice, right? Anything that has to do with relationships, single, married, the audience, interest is already there. So that was smart for you to choose, that angle to speak to and add humor in. So well done on your choice of topic. I also think that you excelled at using hand gestures. Despite it being a virtual meeting, I was able to see your hands. I was able to see how you were moving them, aligning them with some of the things that you were saying. When you were giving us the different points, number 1, number 2, number 3, you could see your hands and your beautiful nails. So well done, Toastmaster Mary, on that. I also like the fact that you engaged the audience. So when you started giving your presentation or your speech, you told us the singles in the house should identify themselves in the comment section, and people were doing that. So the audience was engaged at different parts of your speech, and I could see a lot of reactions, laughter reactions, different reactions from the audience. So I love that you were able to engage them. What are the things that I recommend that you do better to enhance your humorous speech? First of all, I would say you could work on your introduction and your closing. At some point, you were saying things like, oh, I'm going to be teaching you, I'm going to be telling you. I think you could just dive right in. Again, because the purpose of your speech is to make us laugh, we are already expecting the first few seconds you speak, you open your mouth, we're expecting to laugh. Okay, so you could have used maybe a funny quote, a funny statement. It's a prepared speech, so you have time to go online, find funny statements or funny quotes that you could use to make us laugh within the first few seconds. So you could do that for your next speech. Also, I was aching to hear you tell us a story. Stories is an easier way for you to add humor in your speech, right? Because you have the opportunity to either share your own personal experience, another person's experience, a fictional story. It also gives you the opportunity to to exaggerate certain things and just make us laugh, right? So using stories would have elevated your humorous speech even better. Thirdly, vocal variety. There's a way that you emphasize certain things that the humor will be more pronounced, okay? So I thought that you could have done that better. But in all, I think it was a really good one. You really did well, considering that it's difficult to make people laugh, naturally. So well done, and I look forward to your next speech. Over to you, Toastmaster John.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amarachi. Please can we give her a virtual round of applause? Let me see us use our reaction buttons, please. Let's know people are actually there. Thank you. Now let's welcome our final speech evaluator for the last prepared speech for today, the woman who decided to prioritize our meeting over becoming a baby mama. Let's welcome to our screens, Toastmaster Mariam. Okay. Over to you, Toastmaster Mariam.
Thank you, General Evaluator of the Day. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Toastmaster John, please can you confirm if you can hear me? A call is coming in. I want to be sure.
We can hear you loud and clear for now.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Toastmaster Kudus Adebayo, for your inspiring speech titled Speak Anyway. So before I begin, I would like to correct a small slip I made earlier during your introduction. I mentioned the wrong last name. And thank you for your graciousness as I correct that now. Your name is Kudus Adebayo. And I think because of that, you had to amend your introduction, thereby leading you to run out of time during your speech. Everything I said during the introduction is true, and it is true that you're tenacious, and everybody in this room today can bear testament to that. So your speech today was a great reflection of your journey as a communicator. In many ways, it showed us how Toastmasters has helped us reinvent ourselves through you by building your confidence, shaping your speaking style, and transforming you into a better leader. When you were speaking, what I was hearing is this is a leader speaking. So I would share my evaluation by highlighting what you did exceptionally well, pardon me, offering a few suggestions for continued growth. So the commendation will come first. And the first thing is that your content and your structure were strong. You gave us clear and personal reflection of your Toastmaster experiences. Your title, Speak Anyway, tied everything together beautifully. Your delivery showed confidence rather and presence. You maintained steady eye contact, and your pacing allowed us to absorb your message. You gave us several stories on your levels during the presentation mastery pathway. Most importantly, your message was inspiring. You told us stories of how being a stutterer has hindered you and how joining Toastmaster has really helped you and the courage you found along the way. So you reminded us that speaking is not about being perfect. It's about having the courage to share our voice. That reminder challenges all of us to reinvent ourselves in way we fare and see it instead as an opportunity to grow. So my recommendation would be that if you want to make your next speech more memorable, you should consider adding more vocal variety to your next speech. You had some opportunities to infuse it, especially when Toastmaster Ugona asked, "What is your source?" during your speech earlier on managing a difficult audience. And lastly, the commendation I would say is for you to be mindful of time, because sadly you exceeded your speech time today by 1 minute and you have to repeat this particular um, project. So Toastmaster Kudus, you've demonstrated that you have not only learned how to master the skills of speaking, from confident delivery to meaningful storytelling. You have also reminded us that Toastmaster is not about giving speeches. It's about courage to grow, to transform, and yes, to reinvent ourselves every step we take. So sadly, you have not met the purpose of your speech, and you have to reinvent yourself by giving the speech again so that you can complete this milestone. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mariam. Please come and give her a virtual round of applause. Dear Toastmasters and guests, this is when you have power over the president by evaluating his speeches. You can tell him, redo your speech again. When I grow up, I'll get to that level. Please, I said, let's give her a virtual round of applause. I'm not seeing this. We want to know that you're not sleeping, that you're not cooking and eating without us, that you're actually here. Thank you. Thank you. I don't feel as bad anymore. Dear Toastmasters and guests, we've heard the 3 speech evaluators for the prepared speeches. However, we still have one last speech evaluation. It's evaluation of an evaluator. You can improve upon every skill. Giving evaluations, it's also a skill. And to evaluate our first speech evaluator, the evaluator we have for today is someone I respect greatly. He's an experienced accountant, a Triple Crown Toastmasters Award winner, an advanced communication bronze and advanced leadership bronze holder. He loves to wear a smile so the world can smile back at him. When he's not balancing accounts, He loves to listen to alternative rock music and watch Arsenal Football Club play. If you want something done, give it to him and you can rest easy. To evaluate the first evaluator for the prepared speeches, please let's welcome to our screens with reaction buttons, Toastmaster Francis Mukolo. Toastmaster Francis, over to you, please.
Immense appreciation, Mr. General Evaluator. Thank you for the warmth of your introduction. So let me quickly go into the evaluation of TM Ime's evaluation. Well done, Toastmaster Ime. Immediately you graced our screen. What I could see was a warm smile that told every one of us welcome, and you were ready for your evaluation. You employed what we call the CRC. You commend, you recommend, and you commend in the end. Well done. You applauded the speaker. Ask the audience members to also applaud the speaker. Maybe you should have waited some minutes for the reaction buttons to come in. For your commendations, you re-echoed everything the speaker did remarkably. Till the speaker stood up so we could see her clearly. Yoshua commended her gestures, commended her stories. For the gestures you commended, I wanted you to give an example. Maybe you can make it more relatable. There was a point during her speech when she said something pushed her and she made that move. Maybe in the course of your next evaluation, cite an example. You did for the fact that she stood up and she used story. The recommendations you made in place of camera restructuring, reinvention, and repositioning, maybe you would have advised her to. I think the background also affected her positioning in why she gave her speech. You also commended her conclusion. Very well done. She did very well. Maybe for an icebreaker speech, you want to tell us there's a need for the speaker to reinvent herself by telling us more about her family background. I'm not sure we really heard that during the course of her speech. Her conclusion, maybe you re-echo her conclusion to really help the guests that joined later and to really indicate that you followed through the course of the speech. When she mentioned marvelous, 1, glossophobia, 0. Well done, Toastmaster Ime Basi. Definitely, the room for improvement is the largest in the world. Back to you, the Toastmaster, the General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Francis. Because we don't want to stop seeing your smile, we are going to call you back to segue to the evaluation for table topics. Dear Toastmasters and guests, please say, come back, Toastmaster Francis.
Come back, Toastmaster Francis.
Yeah, here I am. Thank you very much for having me in your screens. So for the table topics, I want to commend Toastmaster Mary for delivering a massive job. In case of next time, I want to suggest you join the meeting early before the meeting actually commences, so you can get to meet, suggest, propose to guests to let them reinvent themselves and participate in table topics subsequently, because we use quite a lot of time looking for volunteers. Via private chat, or you join and ask openly before the meeting commences. Guest, okay, very well done. You looked at the camera. You held me spellbound all through. You have a very refined voice, and you heard me again all through during the course of your presentation. What would you have done better? You looked to the side, look to the left, you look towards, you look up as well. Maybe next time, maintain proper focus on your camera and use a story. Story always sells. For the next speaker, guest Sheung the Millennial. it was as if the story was made for you. You reinvented your storytelling with that topic. Well done. Despite the fact that it took the two of you, the table topics master and yourself, time to really get the topic. It was re-echoed again and again. Your second hand had the phone. Maybe in case of next time, find somewhere to position your phone so you can better use your gestures. You looked into the camera and you had us spellbound as well. Well done. A great story that you shared. Concluded with the millennia folks, and the fellow millennia, like you mentioned, will be so proud of you. Work on timing. Table topics time frame 1 to 2 minutes. Toastmaster Miriam, well done. It was as if as well the story was made, the topic was made for you. A very fresh story, fresh reinvention from you. You did well. A lady's topic, and you segued. I have lost count. I know the number of several similar calls you would receive. A very hilarious topic. I would have maybe wanted you to bring out the humorous, hilarious part of that topic, but you did well with what you could present. Look more into the camera. You were to the left, to the right. Look more into the camera, and maybe in your next presentation, explore some vocal variation. At the point he called you, maybe some of your gestures, the way you responded with your display of surprise, maybe you would have used that. All in all, it was a great presentation. Thank you again and again, our table topics participants. You all did well. So come back next time and participate. The general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Francis, the table topics evaluator. Please, can we give him a virtual round of applause? Dear Toastmasters and guests, let's know that people are actually behind those screens. We are going to be voting for who we feel was the best evaluator. We had Toastmaster Ime, we had Toastmaster Marachi, Toastmaster Mariam, Toastmaster Francis. But before we do that, I'll call on the timer. Timer, please, did any of the evaluators not keep to time?
Yes, the third evaluator exceeded time by 14 seconds. She did 3 minutes, 44 seconds. That she exceeded time by 14 seconds.
Thank you so much. Zoom Master, please put up Toastmaster Ime, Toastmaster Marachi, and finally Toastmaster Francis. Let's quickly vote. The poll should be coming up shortly. Let's not take long. Vote based on who you feel was the best evaluator. Toastmaster Ime Basi for the first speech, Toastmaster Amarachi Olasende for the second speech, and Toastmaster Francis, who evaluated the first prepared speech evaluator. This should not take too much time. And while that is going on and the poll is going to be closed shortly, it is my pleasure to welcome up my core team members, their Toastmasters and guests, to deliver their reports. Please, let's welcome first the grammarian for today in person of Toastmaster Gona Anyanwu. Let's see those reaction buttons. Let's see them. The faster you use them, the faster he comes to deliver his report. Toastmaster Gona, be patient. I'm not seeing them clicking on those reaction buttons. Toastmasters and guests, let's click, let's click. We're not that tired. Thank you, thank you. Let's click on those buttons. Please go ahead, Toastmaster Ogona.
Good afternoon once again, Toastmasters and guests. I'm back to give my evaluation of how we fared with the use of grammar. Grammar is very essential to how we communicate because according to the Oxford Dictionary, there are over 600,000 English words, and we use roughly, the average person will use 2,000 in their lifetime. What that means it's the more words we use, the more we can express ourselves. Because sometimes we get to that point where we say, there's something I know in my head, but I don't know how to say it. Yeah, you don't know how to say it because you don't have the words to express it. So learn new words. And that's why we ask you to learn a new word at Toastmasters. So I'll start with the use of the word of the day, which is reinvent. I was very impressed in this meeting that nearly every speaker who spoke today used the word of the day, reinvent. The Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster John Onumiya, used it the most times at 6 times. Toastmaster Marvelous in her speech used it twice. Toastmaster Francis came close at 4 times. And we had Toastmaster Mariam as well using the word 4 times in her evaluations. We have Toastmaster Mariachi using it twice. Toastmaster Kelvin, Toastmaster Mary using it twice as well. We had Toastmaster Kudus using the word of the day 3 times in his speech. And we also had Toastmaster Marvelous as well, using the word 2 times. So that was very impressive from us today. And I encourage you that it doesn't end here today. Please, during the week at work, use the word reinvent and make it a new part of your vocabulary. Then I will segue quickly to our use of grammar. Again, it was quite impressive on how we used grammar today. I didn't pick out so much bad use of grammar, but I'll start with the good stuff. I heard the word glossophobia. I know what is fear of public speaking, but you see, that's why we learn new words. Though I've heard it before, but today I took it to mind to use the word glossophobia. It's better than saying fear of public speaking. And it makes you sound intelligent when you just tell somebody, glossophobia, and they'll be like, hey, what's glossophobia? Then you teach them and say it's the fear of public speaking. So thank you very much, Toastmaster Marvelous, for using that. I also heard a good stuff when a speaker said it's propelled her to join Toastmasters. I thought that was beautiful, using the word propelled, because it's not a very common word people use. Are there things we could work on? Yeah, I think I heard a speaker say numbers of times. I think the right usage there will be number of times, not numbers of time. Please take note. And a speaker also said, I begin putting myself out there. A better way to express that with I began putting, because it's something that he's describing that has happened in the past. So that is just my recommendation. But all in all, I thought our use of the grammar today and the use of the word of the day were exceptional. Thank you all for being a part of this. And again, don't forget that words are the tools we use to express whatever it is we have in our brains. And people don't know what you are thinking until you have the right words to express it. Let's keep doing well with those words during the course of this week. Thank you. It's back to you, the General Evaluator, Toastmaster John Onumiya.
Thank you so much, our affable grammarian for today, Toastmaster Ogona. Please can we give him a virtual round of applause? I hope by now we've realized I'm a patient man and I'll actually wait for the applause, and I appreciate those that have actually been doing it. Thank you so much. Now I'll be introducing my next team member to come and give his report. Please let's welcome with a virtual round of applause, Toastmaster Kelvin, our timer. Over to you, Toastmaster Kelvin.
Thank you, the General Evaluator. Good afternoon, everyone. We made a lot of money today. As I mentioned, time is money. But unfortunately, 2 of our speakers or participants could not grab as much as they should. The first is the president. For his introduction, he exceeded time by 1 minute, 6 seconds. Also, for the speaker 3, our president also exceeded time by 1 minute, 10 seconds. And the table topic speaker, the second speaker for the table topics, exceeded time by 10 seconds. All the timing that I've called includes the 30 seconds grace period. I would urge us to continuously, in whatever we do, watch out for the timing. It tells on our reputation, it tells on the kind of people we are when we've been given a space to speak for a certain period and we keep to it. I urge you, go out, make as much money. As they say, time is money. The General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, our timer. Please, can we give him a virtual round of applause? I'm already beginning to feel like my bank account is too heavy because of what we've learned from you today. Much appreciated. Please let's welcome my final team member, our counter for today, Toastmaster Blessing Japheth. Toastmaster Blessing, over to you, please.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So I'm back with my report at the accounter. Everyone was mindful of their postulars, except the few that I would mention now. Tia Mary Amarachi used the filler word twice and once. Tia Mary Allah Demehi used the filler word once during her speech. Then Tia Ime Basi used the filler word 9 times during our evaluation section. So my recommendation would be to replace the pause fillers with intentional pauses, which will give you time to think and make you sound more confident and thoughtful. So thank you so much, and over to you, the General Evaluator, CM John.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Blessing. Please can we give her a virtual round of applause? Timer, I'd like to request that you continue timing until the end of the meeting to ensure the rest of us speaking don't go overboard. Now I'll be giving my general evaluation report. I'd like to commend Seaside Toastmasters. The meeting room was open early enough for people to join. When I joined around 1:45, I saw people already here and were able to engage with one another. I was happy with the fact that a number of role players joined early as well. Please, when you're playing roles or giving speeches, always join early, test your equipment. I love the fact that the timer was able to test the timing cards. Well done there. We started 1 minute after 1, but that was just because I was engaging with a guest and the Sergeant at Arms took over once that was terminated. Well done. A few areas of improvement. I would recommend that the agenda is please circulated early enough, at least to the Toastmaster of the day and the General Evaluator, so they can engage with their team members and ensure that they are well prepared. The Toastmasters promise wasn't read by the Sergeant at Arms. However, the President stepped in and ensured that it was done. It's a great way of reminding ourselves who are reinventing ourselves to become as Toastmasters. I would recommend to the grammarian to occasionally put the word of the day in the chat for a virtual meeting. People forget. It's good to have it pop up occasionally to remind us to use the word of the day. I'll also recommend to the Toastmaster of the day that as you see the numbers grow for the participants, just welcome us briefly to let guests and members know they are welcome as they come in and were noticed. Even though she was previously introduced as a speaker, there is no need to do this. This is rather redundant. I don't think she would have been able to reinvent herself from when she gave a speech to the point where she was the table topics master. Just call her up. We already know who she is. I would recommend that the table topics master please engage with guests and members that you want to participate in the table topics section privately using the chat box. Show up early, send them private messages telling them how amazing table topics is and asking their permission for if they want to participate in table topics. This will save a lot of time in asking who wants to be part of it or having people be called up and say they are not ready to speak. I'll also recommend that for the table topics, you please call a Toastmaster first. It enables the Toastmaster show our guests how it should be done, especially first-time guest. And please, when we have first-time guests, ensure you give detailed explanation of what table topics is, speaking for a minimum of 1 minute. Let them know once they see that green card, they may not be familiar with it. Don't run off, take your time. Even when you see the red card, you still have 30 seconds. Explain it in a really detailed manner to ensure that they understand and they're ready to speak. Finally, for the table topics portion of the meeting, please ensure your questions are clear and concise. For our second speaker, who is a guest, you had to change the question, explain it, and that loses the power that the question has. And in fact, it can confuse the speaker. Fortunately, our speaker was not confused and he was able to deliver powerfully. I would recommend that the Toastmaster of the day understands that she's the chief host and the chief timer. You need to pay attention to the agenda, and when we are off track, you bring us back. And the way to do that is to minimize the time for table topics. The timer even put in the chat that we don't have time for table topics, but we still went ahead to take on a final speaker. At the moment, unfortunately, we're already overboard by at least 10 minutes, which is not good. We should endeavor to stick to the promise we've given to people by telling them this will be from 1, I think, to 3:10 or so is what's on the agenda. Nonetheless, I love the fact that speakers were thoroughly prepared. It did not appear like these were impromptu speeches. It looked like they took the time to deliver speeches and it had value in what they gave. The role players were also well prepared and most role players showed up early. I love the fact that the room was alight with engagement. Reaction buttons, although with a bit of prodding, I could see that people were using them and the chat was just awash with comments and love notes. Thank you for doing that. And I love the attendance we had. From the start to the end, it was between 25 to 30 minutes. The more we take feedback and improve upon it, the better we'll get. And it's been a privilege serving as the general evaluator. I look forward to more and better meetings. Over to you, the Toastmaster of the day. Please let's welcome her with a virtual round of applause.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. I also like to appreciate all the role players. It has indeed been an eventful meeting for me, and my pocket is full of money thanks to the timer of the day. So I'd like to hand over the control of this meeting to the President, Toastmaster Kudus Adebayo. Mr. President.
Mr. President is thinking about the speech that he has to give again. Thank you very much, everyone. It's been a wonderful meeting. We've had a nice time. Thank you so much to the Toastmaster of the day for ensuring that we had a nice time throughout. And thank you very much to the General Evaluator for giving us those act evaluation. Before we leave, I would just like to give a few announcements. First is to thank the guests. Thank you very much for attending this meeting. I hope you had a nice time. Please, let's wait at the end of the meeting. We have someone who is going to address you quickly and tell you what Toastmasters is about and how to join if you're interested in joining. Thank you. I would also like to thank our role players. You did wonderfully well. I think the General Evaluator said it quite rightly that everyone was prepared. I also want to thank the speakers, from the icebreaker that we had to the humorous speech and the part completion speech that we couldn't complete it, but thank you so much to all our speakers. One, I also like to highlight that Toastmaster Marvelous has just given an icebreaker. And what that means is that she has given her first speech as a Toastmaster. Please, let's give a round of applause to her. Let me see the emojis. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Kelvin. Thank you to Toastmaster John, Toastmaster Francis. Congratulations to you. Thank you very much, everyone. Congratulations to you, Toastmaster Marvelous. That was well done. The ice has been broken, and I know that the only place we are going after this is up. Thank you very much. I also want to mention that Toastmaster Marvelous last week participated in the contest. She participated in both humorous and table topics contest, and those speeches we did not understand what it means because those speeches, the two speeches he gave, those were our first time of giving a speech in Toastmasters. The humorous contest speech that she gave was her first time of giving a speech in Toastmasters, and the table topics speech she gave was her first time of giving a table topic speech in Toastmasters. So for those of you who always say, "Oh, I don't want to participate in contest. Oh, I cannot win. Oh, it's for people who are good already." No, please. Toastmaster Marvelous has shown you the way. It's just if there's an opportunity for a contest, please volunteer and be there. Also, with what I've said just now, you can see already that we held our contest last week, and we held the humorous and table topics contest. For the humorous contest, Toastmaster Ugona was the best speaker. He won that contest. Toastmaster Kudus, that's me, was the second place, and Toastmaster Marvelous was the second runner-up. She marvelously did that. Then for table topics contest, surprisingly, we placed the same way. Toastmaster Ogona won that contest. Toastmaster Kudus was the first runner-up, while Toastmaster Marvelous was the second runner-up, which means that these members are going to represent us at the area contest. The area contest is going to hold on the 6th of October. It's going to hold on the 6th of October, and our winners are going to represent Seaside at this contest. And what this means for us is that since the area contest is holding on the 6th of October, we have our members who are going to represent us. We need to go and to go and support them. We need to go and celebrate them. Our next meeting will not hold on the 6th, it will hold on the 11th of October 2025. And we also have some role players who played their roles for the first time. We like to celebrate them because of the courage that they have shown. Toastmaster Mary Aladimeni played the role of the table topics master for the first time. And at least, even if I did not go on with anything, I know never to tell a lady to come be my baby mama as my pickup line. Toastmaster Imi Basi gave an evaluation for the first time. Congratulations, Toastmaster Imi Basi. Congratulations. Thank you for stepping up and standing out. And lastly, Toastmaster Oluwatosin Alayande played the role of the Toastmaster of the day for the first time. And we see how we enjoyed ourselves in today's meeting just because of that, just because of the preparation, the dedication, and the courage that she showed by showing up today. Then we voted for some speakers. We voted for our best speaker, who we thought is our best speaker. We voted for who we thought is our table topic speaker, and who is our best evaluator. We had 4 evaluators, and unfortunately, one of them was not qualified to be voted for. That, please, Toastmaster Miriam, I was not the one who it was the timer that disqualified you. Now, we voted amongst 3 speakers, and which of them won the best speaker for today? Okay, I'm trying to share my screen to show you the winner. of the best for today. Please let's give a round of applause to Toastmaster Francis Mukolu. We all voted for him as the best evaluator for today. What do you expect? Toastmaster Francis is our mentor, is a Seaside legend. And when you call on him to play any role, you know you are calling on the best. Congratulations, Toastmaster Francis. Then we also had a vote for the best table topics. We had 3 speakers. We had Toastmaster, we had intending Toastmaster, okay. We had intending Toastmaster Shion, and we had Toastmaster Miriam, okay. And again, intending Toastmaster Shion was not eligible to be voted for. If you want to hold someone, please don't hold me. Hold the timer once again. And congratulations to intending Toastmaster, okay, Agoja, for being the best tabletop, giving the best table topic speech for today. Then lastly, the best speaker. We had 3 wonderful speeches. We had an icebreaker. Toastmaster Marvelous 1, Claustrophobia 0. We had humorous speech, a humorous speech, which I was wondering, why didn't you mesmerize us with this speech last week when we had the humorous contest? But anyway, you leave it. There's this saying that leave the best for the last, and we had a supposed path completion speech, and the best speaker according to who you voted for is Toastmaster Marvelous Okichukwu. Congratulations to you, Toastmaster Marvelous. That was a great speech. That was a great speech. So thank you very much for everything. I would like to also let us know that this is time for renewals. Please, if you've not renewed or and you know that your subscription is about to expire, please meet our treasurer, Toastmaster Miriam, okay? She's willing to help you make the payment. And for new members, the Toastmasters window usually starts from October to March and April to September. Those are our payment windows. So if you are willing to join Toastmasters, this is your best time to join Toastmasters. Please knock on our door. We are willing to bring you in. Come and be as good and or even better than the great speakers you've heard from today. Toastmaster Lua Tosin, Toastmaster Francis, Toastmaster John. You can also be there. I would like to recognize some members that are here today. We are past president, the past president for Seaside Toastmasters. She was president when I joined Seaside Toastmasters. Toastmaster Amarachi Olasendi. Thank you very much for joining us. And also the Division D Award Chairman, who helped us keep to time today. He made sure that we made a lot of money because of our timing. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Kelvin, for joining our meeting. Thank you so much. I see you, Toastmaster Amina Kiari from Eagle Toastmasters. Toastmaster Ibele, welcome. Thank you very much for joining our meeting. The guests, please, as I mentioned, someone is going to address you at the end of this meeting. But before I leave, I would just like us to reflect on today's theme. Rewrite the script. And today's quote. You cannot go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are now and change the ending. What are those things that you think, oh, you've not been doing so well? Do you think, oh my God, I'm not on the right path? You can start anytime. You can start now. and in a few years, you'll be better off. In a few years, you will be closer, or even you'll be where you want to be now. Please, let's open a new page, pick up your pens, and rewrite the script. With this, I'm going to call this meeting to an end, but please, guests, wait behind. We want to meet you, we want to know you, I want to address you. Toastmaster Miriam, I dropped you a message. Are you available? Can you help us welcome the guests? Okay. Did she drop off? Timer, I've called the meeting to, I've finished the meeting now. Timer. Toastmaster Miriam has dropped off. TM John, please, can you help us do this? Please help us do the honor. I know the guests will
Sure.
like the voice. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon to our guests. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate the fact that you stayed here for this long. Please, if you're a guest, can you raise your hand? I think I know no one. Let's confirm. If you're a guest, please, can you raise your hand? Let's confirm. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Just tell us your name, what you do, who told you about this meeting, and if you enjoyed yourself. Your name, what you do, who told you about the meeting, and if you enjoyed yourself. If there are other guests, please raise your hands. I know there's at least one more guest because you're the first person I spoke to today. Our guest, Chibuzo, can you unmute? If you can turn on your video, please go ahead and do that. Your name, who told you about this, what you do, and if you enjoyed the meeting or not. Please go ahead, unmute, and if you can turn on your video.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chibuzo. I'm sorry I can't turn on my video. I'm not in a good place at this point, rather. My name is Chibuzo. I run a business, it's a gifting business, and Marvelous told me about this meeting. I just joined because I saw that she has been engaging with Toastmasters, and yeah, I'm not a very bold public speaker, so yeah, I just thought to just check in and see how it's going here. I think I've answered all your questions, I believe. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
You enjoyed the meeting?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So
Fantastic.
I'm considering signing off. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. And maybe it's when you have your camera on that you're not a very confident public speaker, because to me, Chibuzo, you sounded very confident. Thank you for sharing and for coming.
Thank you so much.
Splashwares, you're welcome. Splashwares, please can you tell us your name, who told you about this, what you do, and if you enjoyed the meeting or otherwise. Please go ahead and unmute, and if you can turn on your camera, fantastic. If you can't, that's okay as well. Splashwares, I don't know if you can hear me, unless you're trying to find a location where you can turn on your camera. While Splashwares is maybe going to find a venue where they can turn on their camera. Mr. Okay, are you still around? I know for sure you're a guest because I had the privilege of speaking to you early before our meeting started. Chinwe, are you a guest by any chance?
Yes, I am. Good afternoon.
Oh, fantastic. Good afternoon. Please, can you introduce yourself, your name, who told you about this meeting, what you do, and if you like the meeting or otherwise?
My name is Chinwe Oswago, and I learned about Toastmasters International online when I was curious, or when I realized that I needed to improve my public speaking. I made contacts myself, and I was given this, I was added to the WhatsApp group, but I have not yet decided to join formally as a member. We're still in the works though. I know I will very soon. Today's session was very interesting and enlightening for me. I enjoyed every bit of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're looking forward to when you make that decision to join. Splash we would love to hear from you. Mr. K, if you can hear me, we would love to hear from you as well. I think those are the only two guests left. We'll give you a few seconds. And if I don't see any reaction, my assumption is that you cannot hear me. And I guess that'll be the end of it. Our guest, intending Toastmaster Chibuzo, has said she'll decide when she's ready. Our guest, Chinwe, is already being engaged in the WhatsApp group. Splashwares and Mr. OK, you remain unmuted. My assumption is maybe you're engaged with something else. That's it, dear guest. We look forward to having you. Okay, Splashwares, you can hear. You don't want to speak? You can type. I'll read. I don't mind reading. Are you unable to speak at the moment? Is that a yes or a no? Please type in the chat. Aha, you've unmuted now, Splashword. Please, can you try speaking? Let's see if we can hear you. Can anyone hear Splashwords? No, we cannot hear you. Maybe it's a network issue. And Mr. OK has not responded. That's all we have. Please, Splashwords, if you're interested. Oh, your mic is not working. That's perfectly okay. You can tell us your name, how you heard about this meeting by typing, and if you enjoyed the meeting. Also, there was a form that was sent previously. I don't know if you filled it. Please, can Seaside repost that form? If you're interested in becoming a member, please fill this form. Just repost it. Let our guests see it again. Repost the form. Zoom Master, kindly repost the form in the chat. Thank you so much. If you're interested in becoming a member, please fill the form. Let's get your details and send you the necessary information. Our motto here in Toastmasters is you learn by doing. Everyone you saw speaking and playing a role, all of them are trying to get better. Every single one of them. From the people that you felt were good to the people that you felt they're not so good. We are here because we know we need to get better. And with the rate of change, it's paramount that you continue to challenge yourself to grow. And when you have the right environment, it's the perfect location for you. If you're interested in growing and you want to improve your public speaking, you want to improve your leadership because you either want to grow at your workplace, grow in business, or just improve relationships generally, this is the right place for you. Please fill the form. The president gave you the information on when we're having our next meeting. The area contest is the first Saturday of next month, going to be at Echo Hotel. It's hybrid, Echo Hotel and a virtual meeting, same time, 1 to 3. And the next Saturday will be virtual, just like this, Seaside meeting. Please join us. We are going to be excited to have you be part of it. You can join us as a guest or you can join us as a member. Both are welcome here. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care, everyone.
Thank you very much, Mr. John.
Yes, sir.
All right, bye, everyone. Thank you very much for joining. Toastmaster Michael. Michael, are you there? Okay, I can't hear. I can't hear you. Bye bye.